Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Oh, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Annette Trimby. I'm the President and Vice Chancellor of MacEwan University, and it's my pleasure to welcome you and thank you for joining us today for this exciting announcement. I would like to start by recognizing our guest today. To my left, we have Minister Dimitrios Nicolaides, the Minister of Advanced Education, and beside him, Minister Casey Madu, the Minister of Skilled Trades and Professions, and beside him, Minister Nathan Neudorf, the Minister of Infrastructure, and then next, Carolyn Graham, who is the Chair of the MacEwan Board of Governors, and we have many of our board members in attendance today. For some reason, they're in the front row. Yay, that's good. And we have MacEwan Means Business campaign member, Sign Chatty, and all of the campaign committee members in attendance. I want to acknowledge them. They're also distributed throughout. Miles Dykes, MacEwan's Student Association president, and our executive leadership are here. I'm looking at our provost, Dr. Craig Monk. So this is going to be a very exciting announcement, and I do want to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather on is Treaty 6 territory. It is the traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and cultures of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the land teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth, of our connection and responsibility to place and one another as treaty people. And we are in a fabulous place. Our beautiful campus located in the Ward O'Damon, which is an Anishinaabe for Hartberry, in the heart of Edmonton, on top of a reclaimed rail yard. We feel the energy of this place, a place of exchange, connection, and perpetual motion, a place that has impacts far beyond the immediate. So in terms of the order of events, we will first hear a few words from the Minister of Advanced Education, Dimitrios Nicolaides. Minister of Skilled Trades and Professions, Casey Madu, will speak next, and then Carolyn Graham, Sign Chatty, and Miles Dykes, President of the MacEwan Students Association. And there will be an opportunity for media to ask questions at the end. To begin, I'll invite the Minister of Advanced Education, Dimitrios Nicolaides, to say a few words. Come on up.
Excellent. Well, good afternoon, Dr. Trimby. Thank you so much for the introduction. You said a few words, so I think that means I have to be brief. I'll try my very best. Although when you give a politician a microphone, it tends to go on for a while. I want to thank and acknowledge my colleagues, Minister Madu with Skilled Trades and Professions, as well as our Minister of Infrastructure, Nathan Neudorf, for joining us, as well, Dr. Trimby, thank you immensely for having us here. Carolyn Graham and Chancellor Fields and other board members, students, staff, faculty, and everyone. The last time I was here was for a really exciting event and activity. We were here with so many of you to celebrate the 50th year anniversary of MacEwan University. So much has happened since Grant MacEwan Community College opened its doors way back in 1971. Back then, it was two small makeshift campuses with just about 400 students. But now, after 50 years of growth, innovation, and leadership, the university serves 18,000 students and brings tens of thousands of people to central Edmonton every single day. This makes MacEwan an important part of Edmonton's downtown core. And in the past, I've expressed my appreciation that MacEwan is open to change and eager to adapt to meet the needs of those it serves, whether it's students, industry, or the community. And combine that with the university's new strategic plan, Teaching Greatness, MacEwan is ready to prepare students with the job-ready skills that they will need to succeed in Alberta's thriving economy. However, in order to succeed at this, there is a growing obstacle in the way that we must overcome. Put simply, the university needs more space. As it stands, MacEwan is only a few hundred students away from reaching full capacity at its downtown campus. It has the resources and planning in place to serve more students. In fact, I know Dr. Trimby reminds me they are aiming to serve 30,000 students by 2030, an ambitious goal. Now, as you may be aware, Alberta's government is tabling Budget 2023 tomorrow. And however, I can't speak to the full details, but we have been able to twist some arms to make today's important announcement. The investments that you'll see in Budget 2023 tomorrow will have lasting value and lasting impact on Alberta. And today, we're taking an important step forward which will support more higher learning opportunities, revitalize downtown, and support economic growth for years to come. I am indeed incredibly proud to announce that as part of Budget 2023, and if passed, Alberta's government will invest $125 million over 4 years for MacEwan University's new School of Business. I can see so many of you are just as excited as I am about this really significant new milestone. I truly believe this is a historic step forward for post-secondary education in Edmonton, in Alberta, and for MacEwan University. The new School of Business meets several goals of the province's 10-year strategic plan. It helps to ensure students are prepared for the workforce and helps to ensure that we are able to accommodate more students. Now, let me give you a high-level overview of some of the details. The new School of Business will be 7 stories high, with 35,000 square meters of space, housing 30 classrooms and additional space to support 7,500 additional students. Some of the services that will be housed include a new simulated trading floor, MacEwan International Services, and the Careers and Experience Office. The building will be located on the southeast corner of 105th Avenue and 109th Street, north of the Christensen Family Centre for Sport and Wellness. Funding from the government will begin in the 24-25 year through to 27-28. Construction will start in 24, and the current plan is for the building to be open for students in 2027. One of the key goals of Alberta 2030, our 10-year strategic plan for post-secondary education, is to develop skills for jobs. The new School of Business will host labs, including an immersive learning lab featuring AI and augmented reality technology, and, as I mentioned, a really cool simulated trading floor for real-world experience. These types of experiences will give students the skills that they need to be prepared to excel in Alberta's thriving economy. In addition, the Government of Alberta is committed to investing in post-secondary infrastructure to support sustainability and meet growing demands. This year, the province encouraged universities to expand program areas where we are seeing workforce demands, like in science, technology, and business. But simply put, you can't increase enrollment unless you have the space to do it. With this investment, and upon completion, as I mentioned, the new school will support 7,500 additional students with more classrooms, more labs, and more study spaces. This investment is good news not just for MacEwan, but for Edmonton as well. Every day, 20,000 students, staff, and faculty come to MacEwan's downtown campus. This accounts for a quarter of all foot traffic in downtown Edmonton. That number will only grow once the School of Business opens, bringing more life and more activity to the downtown core. In closing, post-secondary campuses play an important role in their communities. They are responsible for preparing students for successful careers, and at the same time, they have the opportunity to contribute positively to their communities. With the support for the MacEwan University School of Business, we will create new jobs through construction, make more rooms for students to pursue higher learning and help both MacEwan University and Edmonton grow and thrive. I'm excited to share more details about Budget 2023 in the near future and for everyone to see more investments like this when our government tables the budget tomorrow. Thank you all once again, and congratulations to MacEwan. Congratulations.
Well, it's quite a Monday. You know, Minister, I cannot help but think of the day that MacEwan announced it was becoming a university in this very same building on the floor below. And the president of that day, Dr. Paul Byrne, looked kind of like this happy. Do I look this happy? Next up, we have Minister Casey Madu, the Minister of Skilled Trades and Professions, to the podium. And I have to say, he's been one of our biggest allies and fans. He loves to come to our campus. He loves to interact with students. Second to you, Minister Nicolaides. Come on up.
Thank you so much, Dr. Trimby, for your kind introduction. And it is true, friends, since being elected in 2019, I took an active interest in this institution because I have a full appreciation of its importance, not just for Edmonton downtown core, for our city, for the north, and for our province. Deputy Premier and Minister of Infrastructure, Nathan Nudav, the Minister of Advanced Education, Dimitris Nicolaides, Chair of MacEwan University Board of Governors, Caroline Graham, Chancellor Field, faculty, Mr. Chadi, faculty members, administration, and students of MacEwan University. Alberta is a great place to be. We are leading the country in economic growth, and we are a place of incredible promise for the future. Our economy is growing and diversifying. To make the most of our economic potential, we need to ensure that Albertans are well served by their educational programs and spaces in all disciplines. We need to ensure that our students can obtain the skills they need to secure rewarding careers. Along with building skills, a great school of business needs to spark creativity and foster entrepreneurial energy. The new MacEwan School of Business will not only meet a need for learning space, but will also nurture excellence through its striking design and innovative programs. Looking at the vision for this new building, I am very impressed with its focus on real-world experience, with features such as the simulated trading floor and its dedication to industry connections and on-the-job learning opportunities. I am pleased as well to see the new center's emphasis on services for international students who bring a wealth of perspective, talent, and vision that we need in a global economy. This new addition to MacEwan is a great news for Edmonton, bringing thousands of additional students to the downtown core. It will also bring together great minds that will benefit the community, the surrounding region, and indeed the whole province. It will also bring together great minds that will ensure that we are prepared for tomorrow. A few years from now, I look forward to visiting the finished building, to stepping into a distinguished new setting for higher learning. Most of all, I look forward to seeing MacEwan students using this incredible facility to explore so many awesome new possibilities for our future. I want to once again thank the President and Vice Chancellor of MacEwan University, Dr. Annette Trimby, and members of the fundraising campaign for the constructive engagement with government on this project. I do want to thank you for having us here this afternoon, and my best wishes always. Thank you.
So I do want to acknowledge Minister Newdorf, Minister Nicolaides, and Minister Madu. You have been very open and very accessible, and I want to acknowledge that it took a little while to develop this proposal. This business building has been in the eye of some people's eye, apple of some people's eye for many, many years. And I do want to acknowledge you use the phrase constructive engagement, and that's how I feel this conversation has gone. So next up, we have our board chair, Carolyn Graham. Incredible commitment to MacEwan University. She's been here for her second time as a member of the board. So over to you, Carolyn, to express our gratitude.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for this very exciting announcement about the future of MacEwan University, Edmonton, and our province. Thank you, Minister Nicolaides, Minister Madu and Newdorf, for your inspiring words and your support of our strategic vision. It's wonderful to see so many from the MacEwan community joining us today, including my board colleagues, faculty and staff, campaign cabinet, as well as the students who are in the room with us today. That really is why we do what we do. The Government of Alberta's monumental investment clearly signals your belief in the value of MacEwan and in post-secondary education in Alberta. It's a direct reflection of the energy and momentum that MacEwan University provides to Edmonton and our province. MacEwan and our campus are unique because of our bold vision that's committed to exceptional undergraduate teaching. Teaching that creates the job-ready graduates who remain here to contribute to the future and the bright prosperity of Alberta. Over the past 2 years, under the leadership of our president and her team, MacEwan has embraced our role as Edmonton's downtown university, one that offers transformative experiences and builds community. This conviction, passion, and belief in the university and our city have been integral to getting us to where we are today, ready and eager to launch the next phase of growth for MacEwan. Thanks to the historic investment of $125 million from the Government of Alberta, we are well on our way to see our new 7-story, 376,000 square feet in imperial measures School of Business building become a reality. This new space is greatly needed. Thanks to our stellar reputation and commitment to create a leading academic environment, we're currently near our maximum capacity. With a focus on growth, connections, and leadership, MacEwan has quickly become a trend-setting university in Canada, and we know that we're just getting started. Last year, we recognized MacEwan's 50th anniversary, and today we gather to celebrate another transformative moment in the next 50 years of MacEwan's history. But this investment isn't just about MacEwan. It will also provide much-needed support for local businesses and employers, and will help attract industry-leading organizations. It will revitalize our downtown core and strengthen our city and province for the future. We're seeing record investments from industry, numerous startups and entrepreneurs choosing Edmonton to launch their future, and people flocking from across the country and around the world to our beautiful, welcoming city. But attracting them isn't enough. We must inspire them to put down roots here. And that's exactly what a significant investment in our academic institutions by both the government and the community will do. The Government of Alberta has made their commitment clear with today's announcement, supporting their Alberta 2030 plan to build a competitive workforce for the future. We're on track to break ground later this year and have our new building open in early 2027, when we will welcome an additional 7,500 students to our campus. This means more energy, more excitement, more innovation, more ideas, and more possibilities for MacEwan, for downtown Edmonton, and for the capital region. On behalf of MacEwan University, I want to thank Premier Smith and the Government of Alberta for your generosity, commitment, and confidence in MacEwan University through your investment in our School of Business building. As the most significant infrastructure investment in an academic institution and in Edmonton in years over several governments, we know this funding will ignite much-needed opportunities that will further Alberta's bright future. I'd also like to thank our Capital Campaign Committee, co-chaired by John Day and Rob Seidel, who lend their expertise and leadership to help shape the future of our campus and Edmonton's downtown. Our vision is teaching greatness, and our motto is Descendo Floremus. And if you're not up on your Latin, that translates to, through learning, we flourish. This investment today in MacEwan University will inspire our students, our city, our downtown core, and the future with energy and opportunity to thrive and to shape the city where we all live, work, and play. We will collectively flourish and build a great city and a great province together. Thank you.
I would like to now invite Sign Chatty to the podium. Sign is a member of our campaign cabinet. He is the founder and CEO of Imperial Equities, Inc., an active community leader and philanthropist, and a cabinet member of the MacEwan Means Business Campaign.
Well, thank you, Dr. Trimby. And good afternoon, Deputy Premier Madhu, Deputy Premier Neudorf. I had no idea that there was two deputy premiers nowadays, but we're very grateful for that, though. Minister Nicolaides, I got to tell you, since I'm no longer a politician, there's no threat to a long speech. Dr. Trimby, Carolyn, and Miles, thank you all for including me in this monumental day, not only for MacEwan University, but for the City of Edmonton and the whole of the province of Alberta. I'm thrilled to be here today, and I am especially honored to represent the MacEwan Means Business Fundraising Cabinet. This group is made up of 12 dedicated, engaged, and connected industry leaders and community members, led by co-chairs John Day and Rob Seidel. Some of our cabinet members have joined us here today, and welcome. I know you're in the crowd here somewhere. I see Chad there. You want to raise your hand, Chad? Anybody else? Oh, they're all over. Great. And we certainly have a monumental task ahead of us, but I know that we're definitely up to the challenge. Thanks to this outstanding contribution and support from the Government of Alberta, the work of the campaign cabinet is now more important than ever. This announcement will set us up for success in our aim to fundraise $25 million for the project. We're confident this show of support from the province will help ignite private and community support for this cause. This MacEwan Means Business campaign is about growing for the future. Not only growing MacEwan's campus to serve the community, but growing opportunities, investment, and vibrancy in Edmonton, the capital region, and northern communities. Building new infrastructure is a critically important way to support the growth of our city and province. A new School of Business building will shape our collective futures and unlock opportunities for thousands of future students across all of MacEwan faculties and schools. So on behalf of the MacEwan Means Business Fundraising Campaign Cabinet, thank you to the Government of Alberta and MacEwan University for the confidence and support of the volunteers who serve on the campaign cabinet. Well, let me assure you that we are poised and ready to show the world that MacEwan means business. We're incredibly grateful to the Government of Alberta once again for this transformational contribution towards a new School of Business building at MacEwan. And now our work begins, so thank you everyone for being here.
And our work continues. I would now like to invite Student Association President Miles Dykes to say a few words. Miles is the voice of the current students at MacEwan, and we've heard a lot about how this project will benefit future students, but Miles has a good imagination, so I think he can fill the gap.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Miles Dykes. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the president of the Students Association here at MacEwan University. And I'm so pleased to be here today for today's announcement. Now, I've been a student at MacEwan since around 2018, and in this time, I've seen the impact that our university's been able to contribute to our capital city. Often, people view universities as detached from everyday lives. However, here at MacEwan, we're bursting at the seams with ideas, creativity, enthusiasm, and the desire to solve the real-world issues of today. As social, economic, and community drivers, we know post-secondary students are uniquely positioned to be catalysts for growth in our city. Students aren't just scholars, researchers, or problem solvers. We're also neighbors, community members, volunteers, among many other things. Students are invested in our province, and it's important for our government to invest back into us. Walking through campus, nearly every corner of MacEwan is bustling with activity. So much so that we're actually running out of physical space here to host all of the incredible initiatives our students make to both business and community. With this investment from the government of Alberta, MacEwan's current and future students are going to be better set up to succeed. And it's difficult to quantify how meaningful and important that is for us as students and also as advocates. Many of us have been working hard on a fundraising campaign, MacEwan Means Business, but we know now that having the funds, we can be shovel-ready and we as students can begin to get excited about the future of our university. It means newer lab spaces, allowing graduates to experience some of the latest technology before starting their careers, and give students valuable practical work experience before going into the job market. We're also eager to see the kind of interdisciplinary collaborations that this space will make possible for our students, in addition to the possibilities that will come to life through community partnerships. It's not often that we see these kinds of significant changes to our campus space, and I'm incredibly excited and humbled to be a part of this chapter for growth at our university. MacEwan students are every bit as exceptional as our aspirations, and I can't wait to see how we as students use this new space and the opportunities that come with it. This new building will give them more space for ideas and skills to flourish and will set students up for success in the future workforce. Thank you.
Well, to wrap up, I want to say it's been a tremendous couple of years here at MacEwan. MacEwan does mean business. We faced historic challenges like the pandemic, but we've really demonstrated resiliency. And this is a place of joy, a place of great excitement, and it's such an honor to be here, part of this community. This is a phenomenal investment, and it is about preparing the next generation of students with the skill set, confidence, and community commitment to help shape our city and province. Our campus welcomes, inspires, and motivates students to give back to their community with genuine, thoughtful actions. Making an investment in MacEwan is making an investment in our city, our economy, our province. And I know each and every one of you will have many anecdotal stories about the impact MacEwan has had on your little circle of friends, your community, and I just want to share, every time I go out, I meet somebody that tells me this incredible story about getting their start at MacEwan. And just this weekend, I met a woman walking on a trail. She was 76, she had just retired, and she shared with me that she went back to school in her late 50s, became a paralegal, and she was very sad that she had to retire at the age of 76, and she was very grateful to MacEwan University for giving her that incredible opportunity. She had no idea who I was. She just needed to share that with me. And then my friend said, "Can I tell her who you are?" And she did. But really, this is a place of transformative change individually and collectively. And I cannot but end with a thank you to our phenomenal staff, faculty, instructors. You play that vital role. You are the ones that interact day to day with our students, and our students come out with a great sense of responsibility. So MacEwan means business. We're ready to build, grow, and further serve our community. Thank you to the Government of Alberta for this historic investment in MacEwan and Edmonton, and we're really excited to get this building started. So thanks again, everybody. Can we give them one more round of applause? Hey, it's MacEwan. Usually we have balloons, but I don't know. This concludes the formal portion of today's announcement. I want to thank all of our speakers for being here today, and I look forward to hearing more details with the tabling of Budget 2023 tomorrow afternoon. Thanks, everybody.
And if I could have your attention for a little bit longer, we'll now be beginning the media Q&A portion of this announcement. I invite any media in the room to make your way forward to the mic just to the right side of your cameras here if you have any questions to ask, and any callers online to join the queue. And today we'll be going with a question, one follow-up. See you first at the mic. Feel free to go ahead.
Hi, this question's for anyone at the university. Hoping to know how much the building's actually going to cost, or any estimates you have in that area?
$190 million.
And sorry, while you're still there, what can you tell me about this interactive trading floor, its function, how it's going to work?
You know what? We've got our new Dean of Business. It's his brainchild. Would you like to get up and take the floor and share? Dr. Richard Perlow, coming up. His name is Dr. Richard Perlow.
Let's just say this is a fabulous opportunity for our students. This is an opportunity for our students to learn about companies. They'll have databases, and they'll have opportunities to learn how to make trades in stocks, how to make investment in stocks. Now, the beauty of this is they're not just going to go and sit by the computer and press buttons. I envision a class where they get together and put a portfolio together and a recommendation about an investment in a company. And I envision having community leaders sit there and grill these students, grill them on why this investment is a good one as opposed to perhaps alternative investments. And if they give the thumbs up, we make the trade. And I also envision that proceeds could go to scholarships for students.
Oh, real money investment. Okay.
I'm sorry if that's a surprise. I hope I'm here when the building opens up. Okay?
Thank you. And if we have any other questions in your room, feel free to make your way up to the mic. Seeing one, yeah. Please state your name and outlet.
You mentioned the school was fundraising $25 million to go to this project. I guess what is that money going towards, or what part would that fund? Whoever can answer that.
It will go towards the construction cost of $190 million. In addition, we regularly fundraise for scholarships, bursaries, and awards, and some academic programming. So this is specifically a campaign for the building.
And then just as a follow-up, you guys obviously have mentioned that you're running out of space here. Are there plans for who will be moved into the previous business space?
Oh, yes, space. Yes, this will give us the opportunity to grow in science offerings. We have a lot of demand for science, and it's an area that the province would like to invest in us to invest in. So this does have benefits for all of the faculties and schools of MacEwan. And space on university is always a lot of fun. So not everybody's got their room assigned just yet, but this gives us phenomenal opportunity to really use all of our assets and offer spaces to 7,500 more students.
Perfect. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. And I believe we have a caller on the phone. Operator, could you put through the first caller, please?
Manuel Price, Radio Canada.
Hi, everyone. I had the same question that my two colleagues had, which is the building is going to cost 190 mil, province is going to fund 125, university is going to fund another 25. I didn't go to business school, but that doesn't seem to add up to 120 mil. Where will the rest be? How will it be funded?
We will be able to fund the rest with some money that we have managed to put aside and some assets we have to sell. So we're confident that this is all going to add up in arithmetic that would get me an A+ in Richard's business class. Because.
And did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I had a follow-up for Minister Nicolaides. Is he ready? I don't see him on the podium.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So Minister Madhu mentioned the importance of the international students for Alberta, but the financial measures you announced 2 weeks ago don't apply to international students. Do you plan on doing something about that, maybe having a tuition cap like you did for the domestic students?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you for the question. So, indeed, the measures that we announced a couple weeks ago are targeted to support our domestic learners. Of course, tuition in Alberta is regulated and legislated, and that applies and has always applied to domestic students. With respect to international students, as I mentioned a couple weeks ago, my door's always open. I'm happy to sit down and chat with our international students and see what the government can do to support and assist them. In addition, though, as Deputy Premier Madhu noted, I think we need to, as a province, look at doing a better job as it relates to international students more broadly. A lot of international students choose to come to Canada, but they're not choosing Alberta. They're choosing other provinces. And, we have world-class post-secondary institutions across the entire province, like right here at MacEwan University and others. And I know that more international students would receive world-class education should they choose Alberta. So we have been talking with our post-secondary institutions and other partners to see what more is there that we can do. And just recently, we announced the creation of the Alberta Bureau of International Education that'll work to elevate Alberta's standing in the international community, help more international students see the value and benefit of studying in a tremendous place like Alberta, and as well to ensure that our students, domestic students, are reaping the benefits and the rewards of more international exchange opportunities. So it is indeed a priority. We do want to support our international students and want to see some more of the best and brightest come right here to our incredible province.
Thank you for that. Operator, do we have any more callers in the queue?
There are no other questions on the phone at this time.
Thank you. And seeing no more questions here in the room, that'll conclude this portion. That'll conclude today's announcement. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and feel free to participate in the light reception here afterwards. Thank you.